What's the definition of a gay? Is when you are caught having sexual intercourse with a guy and they didn't caught me.
When a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. Hello viewers, you're welcome to another edition of our weekly program, Busted, here on Flip TV. This program brings us reports on crimes and investigative stories, and also the effort of security agencies in dealing with law offenders in our society. I'm your host, Gladys Alozie. Stay tuned. Men of the Zamfara State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) have arrested 3 suspects for their alleged involvement in printing and spending fake naira and dollar notes. The command spokesperson, Iko Oche, identified the suspects as Kamalu Sani, Uzaifa Muazu, and Suleiman Yusuf. According to Oche, the suspects were arrested following a complaint by a commercial tricycle operator, Omar Nasi, who was given a fake 1,000 naira note by one of the suspects. Oche explained that the operatives of the NSCDC were able to trace the supplier of the fake naira and dollar note to Kotokochi town. According to Oche, 60,000 naira and 2,600 fake dollar notes were recovered from the suspect. One of the suspects, Sani, confessed to newsmen that he has been using fake 1,000 naira notes for transactions within Safe and Gusau for the past years. The suspect also confessed that he was introduced into the crime by one Ado Gudu of the Safe local government area, who took him to Muazu Abdul Karim of Kotokochi, who used to supply the fake currency notes to them. He added that he was doing illegal business with his friend Suleiman Yusuf. He explained that he used to pay 400 naira for every fake 1,000 naira note he collected from the prime suspect Abdul Karim. However, the suspects are now in the custody of the Nigeria Police Force. The Niger State Police Command has arrested 2 suspects in connection with the murder of the village head of Gusase in Boso local government area of the state and kidnap of his daughter. It will be recalled that on March 15, 2023, suspected gunmen attacked Gusase village via Maikonkole in Boso local government area of the state. During the invasion, the assailants shot Malam Abubakar Yahaya, the village head of Gusase, dead and kidnapped his daughter to an unknown destination. Similarly, the hoodlums in their escapade invaded the house of a victim at Bakuta, equally in Tad Sabongari in Beji, where one mania was also shot dead. They kidnapped one Alhaji Hassan Gusase and inflicted machete-cut injuries on Shaman Gan Manan of Meyeti Allah. Consequently, based on these recent unfortunate incidents in Beji and its environs, police operatives attached to FIB Tactical Squad arrested 2 suspects based on a tip-off. Spokesperson of the command, DSP Wasiu Abiodun, who disclosed this in a statement on Tuesday, April 4, 2023, gave the names of the arrested suspects as Risku Suleiman, 34, and Haruna Omar, 20, both of Kukba village via Garatu Bidar Road, Mina, Niger State. Operatives of the Imo State Police Tactical Team have arrested a 32-year-old notorious armed robbery suspect, Ibunagwam Osinachi. The spokesperson of the command, ASP Henry Okoye, who disclosed this in a statement on Tuesday night, April 4, 2023, said the arrest was made following the directives by the State Commissioner of Police, CP Mohammed Ahmed Bade, to clamp down on criminal activities in the state. Acting on the directives of the Commissioner of Police, CP Mohammed Ahmed Bade, to continuously mop up illicit firearms and stem down the tide of insecurity in the state, operatives of the Command Tactical Team on credible intelligence arrested a notorious armed robbery suspect named Ibunagwam Osinachi, male, 32 years old, of Umuchoke Obazu Mbieri Mbitoli local government area of Imo State. In the course of the investigation, the suspect confessed to the crimes he has committed with his gang members at large, revealing the identity and criminal hideout situated at the littoral land of Nwore Riverbank, Owerri. Based on his confessions, the inquisitive and determined operatives embarked on a thorough search of the hideout and recovered 3 3 locally made pistols and 1 live cartridge used in perpetrating their nefarious activities in the state. Concerted efforts are on top gear to arrest other members of his gang at large. The suspect will be arraigned in court upon completion of a diligent investigation. The CP, while commending the operatives for a job well done, urged them to sustain the tempo in stemming down the tide of insecurity until all criminally minded elements are flushed out of the state. He appealed to well-meaning residents of the state to join hands with the security agencies in the crusade against crimes and criminality and encouraged them to report the same to the nearest police station. A lady known as Anita Ofili, who was arrested for allegedly killing her friend Glory Okon in her apartment at Greenville Estate, Ajah area of Lagos State, has disclosed that she waited for 10 years to have her revenge. According to reports, Anita said that she committed the act because the deceased snatched her boyfriend about 10 years ago. Occupants of the building were alerted by a shout for help from Ofili's one-room self-contained apartment at 1:20 p.m. on Sunday, March 26. They reportedly forced the door open only to discover Ofili thrusting a knife into Okon's neck. Unfortunately, the victim, who was rushed to the general hospital on Lagos Island, was confirmed dead after she had lost so much blood. It was gathered that the suspect and the deceased had been friends for close to 2 decades and had attended the same tertiary institution. They were said to have had a misunderstanding that tore them apart for close to 10 years before they reconciled 2 weeks ago. Confirming the incident, the spokesperson of the Lagos State Police Command, SP Benjamin Hondeyan, said, at 5:50 p.m. on March 26, a resident of Greenville Estate came to the station to report that he heard someone screaming from the room of one Annie Ofili, that himself and other tenants quickly rushed to the room, forced the door open, only to meet Annie on top of Glory Okon, who came to visit her. Upon the information, a team of detectives moved to the scene. The suspect was arrested, the knife recovered, while the corpse was deposited at the Mainland General Hospital mortuary, Yaba, for autopsy and preservation. However, the suspect has been transferred to the state SCID Yaba for discreet investigation. The Edo State Police Command has arrested 2 suspected kidnappers over the abduction of a 31-year-old man, Albert, in Benin City. It was gathered that the suspect, Joel Emazo, 31, and Philip Robert, 30, belong to a syndicate specializing in abducting innocent persons in Benin City. Spokesperson of the command, Chidi Nwabuzo, who paraded the suspects on Wednesday, April 5, 2023, said they were arrested on March 30 by the command's Intelligence Rapid Response Squad while acting on credible intelligence. According to the PPRO, the suspects, in collaboration with 2 others, Osai and Eguavan, who are currently at large, kidnapped the victim and held him in their hideout for 5 days and later released him after collecting 5.1 million naira ransom from his parents. The kidnappers demanded 40 million naira ransom from his family members, and the victim was released to his family after they paid 1.5 million naira. After collecting the ransom and releasing their victim, the suspect kept calling the victim and his parents that the 40 million naira must be completed or they will still kidnap the victim another time, which made the parents petition the Commissioner of Police. The suspects were arrested at their hideout and they have made statements and confessed to the crime. Efforts are ongoing to arrest the remaining suspects who are at large. However, Nwabuzo, the State Police Command, assured that the command is battle ready to track down all criminal elements in the state in collaboration with other sister agencies. The police in Adamawa State have arrested 2 men for impersonating operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) at Balkari Village, Hong local government area of the state. A statement released by the police spokesperson, SP Suleiman Nguroje, said the suspect, identified as Abdulrazak Bindo, 29, and a resident of Maiha, and Ismaila Alim, 27, a resident of Maiha, were said to have been in the early hours of March 2nd, armed themselves with guns and invaded the village, wearing NDLEA jackets, making the villagers believe them as personnel of the law enforcement agency, and then went on to apprehend and handcuff one Amos Daniel. Preliminary investigation so far reveals that the suspects are members of Hunters Association Adamawa State chapter. 3 Nigerian nationals have been arrested for alleged armed robbery in Libya. According to local media, the suspects allegedly robbed a residence for expatriate workers in the city of Misrata, northwestern Libya. The accused were arrested by a patrol team from the General Directorate of Security Operations on Monday, April 3, 2023, and handed over to police authorities for legal action. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) has said it arrested 352 suspects and seized 2.1 tons of hard drugs in Kano State. The NDLEA commander in Kano State, Mr. Abubakar Idris Ahmed, disclosed this in an interview in Kano State on Thursday. He said the seizures and arrests were made between January and March 2023. He added that the suspects arrested comprised 208 males and 44 females, while the drugs seized included 955.304 kg of cannabis sativa and 1,225.05 kg of codeine and tramadol. Drugs seized also included 25 grams of cocaine, 17 grams of heroin, and 52 grams of methamphetamine. The NDLEA commander said the major challenge before the agency in the state was convincing communities to expose peddlers of illicit drugs in their midst. The Delta State Police Command has arrested an Inspector Obi Abri for the murder of one Onyeka Ibe at a checkpoint along Ogabulu Ela Road in the Asaba area of the state. The command's public relations officer, DSP Edafe Bright, made this known on Wednesday in a series of tweets on his Twitter page. In the tweet titled, "Alleged Murder of one Onyeka Ibe," Bright wrote, "The police inspector has been identified, arrested, paraded, and detained. The command assures members of the public and the deceased family of justice. However, an investigation has commenced and he will be arraigned in court for prosecution." Earlier, it was reported that the Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa ordered an investigation into the killing of the 26-year-old newly married Onyeka by a policeman. Okowa, in a statement by his chief press secretary Olisa Ifeajika, declared the shooting of the deceased when Abri and his colleagues were conducting a stop and search operation along the Ila Road. The governor also appealed to residents not to take laws into their hands, but should allow the police to conduct an in-depth probe into the circumstances that led to the sad incident. Recall that Onyeka and his wife were on their way to a destination in the state when some policemen stopped their vehicle at the checkpoint. After stopping, one of the policemen reportedly demanded 100 naira from Onyeka and he paid. It was learned that after he paid the money, Abri approached him again and demanded another money, but the 26-year-old refused to pay. It however led to an argument that degenerated. In the process, Abri shot Onyeka in the head. However, the police inspector has been arrested, detained, and will soon appear in court. Punishment is not for revenge, but to lessen crime and reform the criminal. That's all we have for you on Busted for this week. Till I come your way next time, I remain your host, Gladys Aluze. Do what to follow us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and of course on Twitter. Thanks for watching.
What's the definition of a gay is when you are caught having sexual intercourse with a guy and they didn't caught me.